He sometimes steals information, which is why I contacted him about Amariska. I was hoping he could find some clue to her whereabouts we could follow." "Did he?" Duras asked. "Yes. His investigation kept pointing toward the Gothendians, so he and his crew tracked down a Gothendian scout ship that all reports indicated was returning from near-Earth space. Janwar and a couple of his men snuck on board. How the dreck did they manage that?" Geffen blurted. Taelon shook his head. "He's very good at what he does." Levick frowned. "And wanted whatever reward you offered him? It must have been enormous for him to risk so much." Their father cut a hand through the air. "Whatever reward he wishes I'll grant if he's found Amariska for us." "He has," Taelon confirmed. "He imprisoned the Gothendians who survived his attack and tortured them for information. Then his crew searched the ship's data chips to confirm its accuracy." Fury rose. "If the Gothendians are correct, members of Earth's military forces destroyed Amariska's ship and took her captive shortly after her arrival." Heavy silence fell. Duras swallowed hard. "Does she still live?" Taelon couldn't speak for a long moment, too overcome by fear for her. "I don't know. The Gothendians didn't either, but assumed the Earthlings had killed her." A muscle in Geffen's jaw leapt. "If they didn't kill her." Levick looked sick when he spoke, his voice hoarse. "They've had her for months." There was no telling what atrocities they had committed in that time. Taelon wanted to weep at the notion of his sweet, delicate, sheltered little sister being at the Earthlings' mercy. His father roared in fury and swept everything off his desk. He paced away, his back to them. "I told her they were drecking barbarians. I told her they were a primitive species unworthy of our sympathy or concern. She knows they are a greedy, grasping, warring people. Everything the Sectas have learned in their study of Earth confirms it." Geffen shook his head. "She has always had a soft heart, father. Once she realized an alliance with Earth could save both our species and theirs." The door flew open, again slamming against the wall. Taelon turned as his mother raced inside. Her face pale, she swept them all with a distressed gaze, then focused on her husband. "What is it? What's happened?" The two were linked so closely she must have felt his turmoil. Once more the guards outside leaned in and gently pulled the doors closed, secluding them inside. Taelon caught her eye. "I believe I've found Amariska." She glanced at her husband, whose rage was unmistakable when he turned and met her gaze. Her eyes filled with tears as she shook her head. "No." She took a step back, her pretty face contorting with grief. "No, no, 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 please don't say it." Taelon held up a hand. "My source said she traveled to Earth, where she was captured and her ship destroyed." "She went to Earth?" She stiffened as though bracing her knees to keep them from buckling. "Did they kill her?" "We don't know," he admitted. "It happened months ago, after we lost contact with her." They had thought she was traveling to Aurelia on a diplomatic mission. "My source has no knowledge of what has happened since then, so I'm going to go find her. I've already ordered my ship to be readied. I'll leave tonight." "You'll leave in 2 days," his father growled, "and you'll take an armada with you. If they've harmed her in any way, you will slay every barbarian on that planet." His mother's face hardened. Nodding, she crossed to her husband and wrapped her arms around him. "Wipe it clean. They don't deserve to live if they've harmed our baby. If she went there, she went in peace, to offer them an alliance and to warn them of the threat the Gothendians pose. She wanted to help them, to save them. If they hurt her, they deserve whatever punishment you deliver." Duras stepped forward. "I'm going with you." Geffen and Levick echoed the sentiment. "No, you aren't," Taelon countered. "Right now, we are the only ones aside from my source who know about this, and I trust him to keep his silence. If most of the royal family suddenly departs with the entire armada in tow, it will raise questions and leave the planet vulnerable to attack from enemies who have been banned from the Alliance. I'll go alone." He held up a hand when protests erupted. "With a Yona guard, and I'll rendezvous with Janwar." "Who is Janwar?" his mother asked. "My source. I'll pore over all of his intel, then decide what..."